Can I just ask one thing? Why was retro tech so much cooler than current day tech? Like, not to be mean about my Steam Deck, oh my god, that thing's amazing. I love you, Valve. But that still doesn't mean that the PS Vita, PSP, 3DS, 2DS, Game Boy Advance SP, GameCube, N64, PS1 are bad consoles by any means. There's just something about them, the charm of consoles. When you boot up a PS1 and see that, hi, I'm Dogwimp, and I'm obsessed with consoles I didn't grow up with. I love the PS4, don't get me wrong, but there's just something so cool about something like a Wii. By the way, the Wii U isn't a bad console. I have one, I've modded it. It's good, but I mean, again, Steam Deck not included. Consoles and games are just kind of getting lazy now, and deciding to sell a 10-hour game for £100 is ridiculous. It feels like a lot lazier, like Fortnite used to be more cartoony than I remember, but now it's just making it easier to make more skins and more money and more money and more money and more money. They just put human models in the game and call it a day. But when I look back on the prices, obviously with the Game Boy they were quite expensive, but I go on my PS Vita 3DS and see those prices on like the shutdown eShop, and oh my god, they were so... Wait, what? Hey, you, get back here. Anyway, as I was saying, oh my god, the Switch 2, seriously, you couldn't have called it something else. It had to be called the Switch 2. No other Nintendo console is a sequel. The Wii U is too much of a difference to be called a sequel of the Wii. But anyway, the 3DS line and family are different because it's like saying the PSP and the PSP Street are two different consoles when one's the budget version. Also, what happened to budget versions? We had the Switch Lite, but that's kind of it's probably the worst budget version out there. It ruins the whole thing that made the Switch special. It's just an Android gaming console at that point. Also, why is Persona 3 Reload a Switch 2 exclusive? I mean, I get the graphics are higher, but like, couldn't you just lowered the resolution and called it a day? Because like, it'd probably run fine. It just feels like Nintendo are grabbing games that already exist and going, please tell me my rotoscoping was good. I worked really hard on that. Anyway, yeah, I guess I'm complaining too much, but I still love modding consoles. I don't know, there's just something about buying a console and doing what it wasn't meant to do, but also it was meant to do at the same time by reviving it, but without having to do an ancient ritual. It's sick to me anyway. Also, thanks for coming by. I'm off. Bye!